Thompson Park is where we're at today, and it's a park designed for year-round use. Today, with a briskness in the air as fall approaches, we're going to go canoeing with Robin, who works from the Monmouth County Park System. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
Mary does too.
There you go.
Have a good day. And by the way, these canoes are available for renting. You should try it. So, have you been paddling canoes very much?
Yes, actually.
Like, where have you been? Where have you paddled?
We used to go every year to do the Delaware River. We'd go to Milford. You know where that is?
Yeah.
We'd do Milford to the Gap or, thereabouts. We'd do like 2 nights. We'd camp along the Delaware.
So tell us about this particular lake. This is a dammed lake that's part of another creek. And what's in it, and how deep is it, and what do you know about it?
It has fish in it. I don't know what kind. I do believe they stock it.
What's the name of the lake?
And it's called Marlou Lake. It's a man-made lake, and I believe the Marlous made it when it was Marlou Farm, which was a dairy farm, before the park system owned it. But we maintain it. It's a nice-sized lake for recreation. We get a lot of people come out for fishing. So
people can come out here and they can rent these canoes and go out in the lake.
I think they do it like every other weekend or something like that.
That's nice.
Which is a nice thing.
So do you play like this all day long?
No, I'm usually in the office working at a computer, so I am so glad you're here and you got me out of the office.
I'm glad too.
I got to go for a bike ride and now I'm going for a canoe, and it's the most spectacularly, it's a top 10 day, isn't it?
It's a beautiful day. And it's a beautiful park with opportunities to do just about anything you want to do in the great outdoors. I mean, look at these dragonflies mating like there's no tomorrow. And these turtles with not a care in the world. Robin is our guide today, and she's taking me to see a bridge she actually designed for the park. That's her job.
Okay, well, I'm a landscape architect. I design site work for park facilities like playgrounds, recreation trails, pedestrian access around buildings into facilities, patios and things like that. And so it's a lot of fun when I get assigned a project to go out in the field and to gather information, and, reconnaissance and collecting everything I need and talking to all the people that I need to talk to. And then, I'll bring it all back to the office and brainstorm to work out the design. And once that gets all worked out and approved, I come up with my product is the construction documents. And that gets put out for public bid. And then I get to go out in the field again when we hire a contractor, and I, administer the contract and make sure all the work gets done properly. And that's exciting.
And when we reached the bridge, there was this wonderful family of swans crossing under it.
This bridge was my project. It was the last phase. The 5th phase of a recreation trail here at Thompson Park that took 12 years to complete, and the bridge itself cost $457,000. The entire trail network, paved trail network, including the bridge, cost over $2 million.
What I like about the bridge is the way it blends in with the scenery around it. In fact, quite a few people stopped along the bridgeway to look at the local natives, and some of them looked back. What a way to spend part of your day. Here's that family of swans again. Look at this fella who caught something delicious to eat. And these guys, I call them the Three Amigos. And this perky little fella, he loved the water. The bridge and the trees and the water all blend together very naturally. And some folks take their bikes across the bridge to ride the miles and miles of trails in Thompson Park. Another thing that I like about the bridge is that it's not in a straight line. Instead, there are a few graceful curves which do make the trip much more interesting. Regardless, there is still the need to stop and look before moving on to explore the rest of the park.
The bridge was constructed, the construction began November of 2011, and it was completed in January of 2012. The trail and bridge is designed to AASHTO standards, 10 foot wide for shared use, a safe passing distance for 2 bicycles. There were a few permits that were required as a part of this project, a wetlands permit and a flood hazard area permit. The wetlands permit requires that you don't disturb any of the wetlands, so the bridge was constructed, it was pile driven, and it was constructed completely from the deck of the bridge, so there was no damage to the wetlands floor. Now, the height of the bridge was dictated by a flood hazard area requirement. The way the bridge is located, pulling you across the lake and into and across the lake, it enables you to see so much more wildlife. We've seen different types of waterfowl, geese, ducks. There were swans that had babies here, cygnets, this year. Night herons, green herons, sandpipers. You see various types of turtles.
And now it's time to see a little bit more of Thompson Park from our bicycles. And the paths are wide and the scenery is ever-changing. Here's another bridge in the park we're going to cross. And there are lots and lots of places to have a picnic, both large and small. And there's horse trails all over the place. And there are trails for cross-country skiing during the winter. It really is a park for all seasons. And there's the mansion where the visitor center is located, and you should really try to visit it while you're at the park. There are some slight inclines along the way on these trails, but nothing you can't handle. It's very smooth and very easy. And all the doggies we passed along the way seemed pretty darn happy. Incidentally, most of this park used to be a large farm, so there are lots and lots of open fields to fly a kite. Now look at this field of red-leafed plants. Amazing, isn't it? I just had to stop. But now I want to show you what I found among the goldenrod. I found some thistles with some very interesting activity. Look at this very cool butterfly pollinating the flowers. And check out these bumblebees. They seem to be pretty tolerant of my closeness to them, thank goodness. And here is something spectacular, a monarch butterfly, close up. I mean, I was like 4 inches from this guy. You probably remember monarch butterflies for their mass migration, which brings millions of them to California and Mexico every single winter. In fact, the North American monarch butterflies are the only butterflies that make this massive journey, which can take up to 3,000 miles. And that colorful pattern that they have on their wings not only makes these butterflies easy to identify for us, but it also warns predators that these insects don't taste very good and are in fact poisonous. So don't eat a monarch butterfly. Well, this has just been a small taste of Thompson Park in Lincroft, New Jersey, which is one of many parks managed by the Monmouth County Park System. Please do visit these great parks and see for yourself how beautiful they are and how much fun they can be any time of year. And be sure to visit monmouthcountyparks.com to learn more.